Come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Till the wrist, I was never at the hit. I would never get this off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstaying bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready? Right. Mike 52.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Jackson from the shotgun. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
That burst good for 20 and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
No time now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Watson, flush to his right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Had a nice move but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Jackson buying time to his left. He may try. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
That one goes for 24 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Going to give this time to the tailback. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing is Jackson. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now it's Watson, eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. Uses the spin. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called a desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And an alley to run. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Throwing on 2nd down, Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
Set. 19. 25. Check.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Here we go.
Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Here's the set. 19.
And the Browns first down.
On 1st down, it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play call...
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much Not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. 34, set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Steps away to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Now left side on the swing pass. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Watson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. Got a man, it's Brown. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First down.
On first down, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, watch this.
Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 54 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more.
48, Ravens 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Where's that? 19. All day, punk.
Watson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he rifles one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
1st down.
Where's that? 19.
Don't get nervous.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
And they give this time to the tailback. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. 16 yards on that one at a Raven 1st. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pickup there, a 22.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur.
He's got a man, complete. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. 97 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point safely through, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. He gets away from one. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Try to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jackson operating from the gun. He gets it to Brown, complete. Jackson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we...
And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Hey, you got to snap it. You got to snap it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Hey, let's get him at 25. Check safety, check safety. Hey, check 24, check 24. Down the road.
Out of the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the gun on third, Watson. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 21 yards away as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The Ravens on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He made Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Well, they had a gain of 1, then 2, and now 3.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now they try the right side here. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Let's go, motion, motion, motion.
Here's Watson. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Slam.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Watch the screen. 55.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 17, Watson stepping up. He'll try and run. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. Flushed out right. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Cleveland, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire...